Hey guys, it's Tim, and this is Pro Wrestling Unlimited. Now today we got a lot of new information on the upcoming WWE 2K18 video game. I do have to say, I was not one of the ones who was brought out to the actual 2K headquarters and got to actually talk about the game with them. All this information is coming from other YouTubers like Steven Larson, Tony Pizza Guy, CM Pulse, and Dank Ops. First off, they're saying that this will be the biggest roster by far, with close to 200 superstars in the game. Now, with no last-gen version of this game, as far as PS3 and Xbox 360 versions, they're able to add a lot new resources to the game and a lot more enhancements. One big enhancement is they have completely redone and added a new graphics engine that 2K is saying is NBA 2K quality. One of the biggest things we learned today is that 8 men will be able to be in the ring at a single time, which means 8-man tag, 8-man ladder matches, and 8 men in the Royal Rumble. As far as the Royal Rumble goes, there will be new advanced AI and physics in the Royal Rumble with new animations for Royal Rumble eliminations. They've also updated the Elimination Chamber. Now yes, there's only 6 people in an Elimination Chamber match, but they've added the new Elimination Chamber that we got earlier this year, the new squared Elimination Chamber. Now as far as commentary goes, a lot of people are like, oh, I'm getting tired of Michael Cole and JBL and Jerry Lawler. It seems outdated and it's very clunky. Well, we do have a new announce team with Michael Cole, Corey Graves, and Byron Saxton. And one big thing they're doing this year is that once a month, every month, these guys will go down to the WWE Performance Center and record new audio for commentary on the game. Now, I don't know if that means that it's going to be added into the game every month, or if they're just going to go every month and record stuff for the upcoming next game. That was not actually said, and they also did say that it will be done in pairs, as far as like Michael Cole and Byron going 1 month, or Michael Cole and Corey going 1 month, or Corey and Byron going 1 month. It's not going to be all 3, I guess, from what I was able to gather, but there is some stuff that was recorded with the 3 of them together. As far as the ring announcer, it's no longer Lillian Garcia, but now it is Raw ring announcer JoJo. Coming back to the commentary for a second, they said that the commentary will feel way more smooth, and they want it to have more of a NBA 2K style as far as the commentary. And a lot of the things that I've heard today was that they're trying to base things off of NBA 2K because they know how successful those games are, and there's things that they can bring over to the WWE games from the NBA games. Also, we will be getting different referee models. You know, we're not going to get actual WWE referees because for some reason they can't be put in the game, but it's not going to look like you have the exact same referee in every single match. There's going to be, like I said, multiple different referees that could be used for multiple different matches. As far as the crowd noise goes, the crowd noise is going to be different depending on what size of an arena you're in. So say you're in the NXT arena, the small arena, you will actually hear those singular chants, like a single person in the crowd, oh, screw you Nakamura, boo, boo, for example. As far as with, like, say, a huge arena like a WrestleMania, you will hear the more widespread full crowd chants. They said that they want to have the different experiences. If you're playing in a smaller arena, it's going to feel and sound like you're playing in a smaller arena. If you're playing in a bigger arena or a stadium type build, you're going to feel like you're in that bigger arena, bigger stadium type build. Also, this kind of may actually fit into more of like the creation suite, but we are getting a free camera as far as when you're replaying your match on with a replay, kind of like you see in the NBA games and in the Madden games. When you pause and go to replay, you can move your camera anywhere. Well, apparently in the WWE 2K games now, you can go back to watch your match over and you can move the camera anywhere, which a lot of YouTubers are going to have a lot of fun with this, I can tell you right now. As far as backstage brawls go, backstage brawls will be added to online, and there will be even more you can do backstage as far as more interactive pieces. And Steven Larson noted that they did hear, but they couldn't confirm, that there will be a loading dock and a parking lot that you can fight in. There is also a new drag and carry system back before in all the previous WWE games, well, not all, but more recent, you were able to hold, I think it's L1 and R1, or L2 and R2, I can't remember exactly, grab your opponent and drag them around the ring. It was always kind of clunky. They said they've updated that, but they've also added a carry feature where you can actually pick your opponent up off the ground and walk around with them and then put them down wherever you want them. Finally, in way of gameplay, they're adding the mid-move adjustments. So for example, say you pick somebody up for a power bomb and you go, oh crap, I'm too close to the ropes. If I drop them and go for a pin, it's going to be a rope break. Well, you can actually move or spin around mid-power bomb, slam your opponent down, and then go for the pin there. So that is very, very interesting. So now we move on to the Creation Suite. Not too much was given on Creation Suite, but we do know that Create a Match is back. You can create a match type, and then you can save that match type, and then it will be able to be used across Exhibition and Universe mode. They're saying that major updates will be given to Create a Superstar, Create an Arena, and Create a Video. As far as Create a Video, I think that's where the free camera will come in, you know, like replays in other sports games. As far as updates to Create a Superstar, we are hearing that brand new base models will be added to Create a Superstar that will represent all different ethnicities. No longer will the superstars feel and look like they're rubbery or glossy, but they'll look more realistic like the actual models in the game. And finally, Community Creations has been advanced with a big improvement to the search feature. Next up, we're going to talk about Universe mode. Now, I do have to say there is no GM mode in this game. We did report that they were looking to do a brand split mode, and they were, but WWE didn't want it. WWE said they don't do a draft every year. They're not going to put emphasis on a draft, so why do we need a draft type mode? And that's where Universe mode comes in. Universe mode is going to be your, I guess, GM type mode, where yes, there's no draft, but you can go in and draft your own rosters. You can go in and change your own rosters. WWE told 2K apparently that we're not doing a draft every year, but we have the Superstar Shakeup. So you have Universe mode where you can go in and do your own Superstar Shakeup as far as editing the rosters. To feel more like WWE right now, there will be multiple pay-per-views that you can do in a month, and I think it's only going to be 2. Stories and rivalries have been updated as far as being able to flow more organically. If you remember last year in Universe mode, you would set up a rivalry and then you had to pick a short, medium, or long-term rivalry, and depending on which length you picked, that's the exact length that the rivalry is going to go, and it starts right there when you created it. Well, now rivalries are going to start more organically as far as when something actually happens on one of your shows, that could then trigger a rivalry, or that can then trigger a story to start instead of just randomly, oh, these two guys are in a rivalry. It says short term, so I know it's only going X amount of weeks. The promo engine has also been overhauled, and they're calling it Promo Engine 2.0. As we all know, Promo Engine was something new they added last year, and they said they really worked hard to advance the Promo Engine in the new game to make it more, I guess, desirable. And finally, we're going to go on and talk about MyCareer and MyPlayer. MyCareer is said to flow way more better, and the story actually seemed less repetitive, because if you remember in the last game, it was like, oh, Baron Blade, I'm going to fight him. Then you take on an NXT guy, and then boom, you're fighting Baron Blade again. Then you take on a guy, and boom, you're fighting Baron Blade again. They said everything's going to flow better, it's going to be less repetitive, and there's actually an end to the career mode, and depending on, you know, what you do in your career, that affects how you get to this end. And with that, they said there will be replay factor as far as being able to play MyCareer mode again, a second, third time, and have different things happen when you play it. Also, in MyCareer mode, there's free roaming backstage. They didn't give much information, if any, on exactly what the free roaming could be. Maybe it's like SmackDown vs. Raw 2011, or it can be like a hub where you're backstage, and depending on what door you go in or what hallway you walk down, now maybe it's more like you're walking around backstage and you go in different doors to go into the different menus. That's just my suggestion or my prediction. That's not what they said. Also, with MyCareer and MyPlayer, there's fighting styles. Not much more was really given on what the fighting styles could mean, but they said that the fighting styles will influence how your wrestler performs in the ring. I guess that means like what type of moves he can and can't do, and how you actually upgrade your superstar. Last year in MyCareer mode, we had the invasion, where friends that did MyCareer mode, you will see their superstars show up in your game, and they said that that has been immensely enhanced. Finally, we are getting a brand new mode. It's an online MyPlayer mode called Road to Glory. And that's all they said. They didn't say anything else other than your player will be able to go online and enter into this new mode called Road to Glory. So that's got to be something that they're very excited about, that they really want to push out with a big hurrah, I guess. So what do you guys think of WWE 2K18 now that we know all this new information? I mean, 8 men in the ring at one time, new advances to Universe mode, new advances to MyCareer, the new commentary team, the new ring announcer. I mean, we learned a lot of stuff here today, and there's only going to be more that we learn before the game actually drops in October. Remember, the actual game drops October 17th, but if you get that deluxe or collector's edition pre-ordered, you can get it on the 13th. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below on all of this brand new information we have learned regarding WWE 2K18. But that's going to do it for this episode. Remember to comment below, like and share this video, like us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and subscribe here on YouTube.